This is going to the scales again. Rookie Charlotte. We're all going to get ready here. We're going back to the scale. We're going to have the usual scale to the Beautifulbrian trying to catch a bird, I believe. Beautifulbrian falling slightly behind with that hawk. There are just 27 seconds left in this competition. We're taking the flavor. Look at the pickle juice dribbling down Beautifulbrian's shirt front like so many tears. 15 seconds remaining. Was going for the larger pickle. It only became evident in the final seconds of the match. All of the pickle Detrius, please, as unfortunately we will have. All right. How many of us think we can call a political election? How many of us think we know who will win the Super Bowl? And yet, when it comes down to it, the nuances of the game, the circumstances of that day, and who has the jaws of a champion, you just never know. With 2.47 pounds of pickles in 6 minutes, in second place, Kevin Lipton. Whoa! But with 2.70 pounds of pickles in 6 minutes, the new pickle champion of the world, undisputed, Beautifulbrian. That's right.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Lipsitz hates this man, and this man hates Kevin Lipsitz. Perhaps we will get this out here today at the table. Perhaps this will allow these two eaters to put their differences in the past. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the IFOCE pickle eating champion of the world, Beautifulbrian
Beautifulbrian Psychen, ladies and gentlemen. Pickle eating champ going up against former pickle eating champ. The food is escarole. Ladies and gentlemen, Verducci's will present each eater with one 2-pound plate of escarole. When they complete that, we are going to move on to a second 2-pound plate of escarole. We're going to see which man can consume 4 pounds of escarole. And let's see who holds Brady in the capacity of Eric Badman's Booker.
I don't see any pickle future for Crazy Kevin. He had his days. And he'll probably say the same thing about me, but I still think I have a few good contests left in me.
We are 2 minutes and 30 seconds into this contest, Richard. I'm guessing 5 minutes for the full contest.
There it is, George. There it is. He drank the escarole juice, George.
You say something to him, and it winds up on his website, and that's wrong. When you talk to somebody as a friend, it should be between friends.
Brian Psychen is now chewing over his defeat.
How about some applause for these eaters, ladies and gentlemen? How about some applause? You can see Beautifulbrian is just playing with his food. He wants to keep the food moving, but he's not consuming it. He is playing with it. He's going for it all, George. He is going for it all. He has 15 seconds, I believe. Can he get it all in his mouth?
Seconds.
Beautifulbrian has conceded. Crazy Kevin is eating the garlic. He will now drink.
4, 3,
Rolando! 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Crazy Kevin is the escarole eating champion of the world!
Oh my good gracious!
Crazy Kevin Lipsitz!
Hey, eating fans, Beautifulbrian's Corner. I am back for a 7th episode. Last week's show was a real winner. I mean, we had Charles Hardy on, we had the controversial and zany Dale Boone, and the two of them were going at it like, I thought they were going to kill each other. You know what, if I had Boone in the studio, God only knows what would have happened. I compare that to the Ali Frazier studio brawl they had just before the Ali Frazier 2 fight in 1974. It was on the Howard Cosell show, where Ali had called Frazier, he had made references to Frazier being ignorant. Now, obviously this, triggered off Ali to get up from the chair, Joe Frazier to get up from the chair and throw a punch at Ali, and the two of them were wrestling all over the floor. I'm almost sure that was real, and without question it would have been the same set of circumstances if Boone and Hardy were in the same studio at the same time. So thank God a phone call from India was arranged as opposed to having the both of them in the studio at the time. But the ratings on the show were excellent, and we just hope for bigger and better things with Beautifulbrian's Corner and some of the great IFOCE eaters that have been involved in this show, and there'll be many more on as the weeks evolve. I want to talk about a few things. Number one, I have to get to this, and this is number one priority. John Gotti Jr. and Curtis Sliwa. Curtis Sliwa, as you know, of course, was the Carnegie Deli pickle eating champ, and his title was taken away by Crazy Kevin, and then, of course, I took the title from Kevin afterwards in 2002. But the reason I keep mentioning Curtis is that, he had some part in the IFOCE, and this is going to throw you for a real shocker. From a reliable source, I had gathered this information that when George Shea was to have started the IFOCE, the original meeting was to have included Curtis Sliwa and Gersh Kunzman. Curtis Sliwa did not show up for the meeting. He stood them up. Whether he was going to be an integral part or an actual partner in the IFOCE, that remains to be seen. But I just thought I'd bring that up and, give you my insight as to why Curtis is involved in, any facet of competitive eating and why I related to the John Gotti Jr. story. Now, it says here, Teflon Jr., another hung jury, and I don't think Curtis is going to be able to beat this guy. I mean, it's getting to the point where this is strike 2, and one more and you're out. So they're going to try this again and see if they can get a conviction on Gotti Jr., and I think it's going to be real tough. The first 2 are under his belt, and once you have 2 hung juries in your favor, very hard to get a conviction on the third. Now, the thing that amazes me is, it says here, you got a very livid Curtis Sliwa here. It's 8-4, jury split. Livid Sliwa, outraged, and calls Kubi, or refers to him as a Judas. Oh boy. Apparently Curtis Sliwa made a boo-boo. His partner in crime, his talk show partner, Ron Kubi, who I believe, in my opinion, is a total slimeball to begin with. He testified against him in court. He testified on behalf of John Gotti Jr., stating that Jr. gave up a life of crime years ago, and that, I think, put a dent into this case. I mean, that really did that was the nail in the coffin right there for Sliwa. So, like I said, it's going to be real rough to get a conviction if they go back to trial. Now, it says here, and this is interesting, an enraged Sliwa yesterday lashed out at radio talk show partner Ron Kubi for helping Gotti Jr. The Guardian Angel founder believes had him kidnapped and nearly killed, and they got another hung jury. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go back into that studio on Monday without wanting to literally do harm to this man. Sliwa, wearing his trademark red Guardian Angels jacket and cap, basically blames civil rights lawyer Kubi for convincing at least some jurors that Gotti couldn't be convicted of racketeering due to the statute of limitations because he had quit organized crime more than 5 years before he was indicted. And, of course, Sliwa was quoted as saying, "My very dear friend who was a friend no more, didn't even give me a heads up he would be testifying for my enemy. It's almost like he did this out of the blue. And he said it hurt me even more that the 3-point hollow bullets in the baseball attack in 1992. And so what he's saying is this testimony was worse than the pain that Curtis felt when he was shot up. And that's pretty deep, man. Well, now that we've gotten that out of the way, we'll be back, and we have some interesting information regarding IFOC upcoming contest qualifiers, and we'll talk about my guests on this episode 7, Beautiful Brian's Corner. Be back in a moment. Stay right with you.
Got myself a gun. Mama always said I'd be there, chosen one in a million. I believe gonna burn to shine. I was born under a bad
He got too hot, it was. Now we have a gentleman in L who is the only man in America who has ever beaten the top eater in all-around categories, Ed Cookie Jarvis. This guy is named Beautiful Brian. How you doing, Brian? Good to see you. Get right in that microphone over there. And you have the shirt on indicating that you are the National Pickle Eating Champion 2002.
Yes, absolutely. I took this title from Crazy Kevin, who was the previous title holder in 2000. And I had a lot to beat.
You beat Cookie Jarvis?
I beat Cookie Jarvis, I beat Kevin, and Badlands Booker.
You beat Badlands Booker,
Badlands Booker came in, I think, 4th or a distant 5th. Charles Hardy I beat.
You beat all the best in the country.
All the best were there except for Don.
We need you in our contest. You are an example, Brian, of the kind of people I need in my contest.
Thank you. I think I have a shot at beating that.
All right.
Okay, fans, we're back with Beautiful Brian's Corner. I want to talk a little bit about the Nathan's qualifiers. The circuit is out, and a few other tidbits. Oh, by the way, remember I had mentioned on the show previous to the one that aired last week about that annoying woman at my job that she would constantly put the fan on. I mean, it was really getting out of hand. It was blowing in my face and blowing on my back and whatever. She finally retired. And thank the Lord, it's like the beginning of the new dawn to finally get rid of her. And, you know, they took a collection of $10 per person for the party. They had a little going away party for her, and I call it the blowing away party, so to speak. We're talking about the fan. And she is gone now, and they asked $10 a person, and I couldn't wait to give the $10. If that's all it takes to get rid of her, then so be it. She came back the other night, and I thought this was a nice gesture until I found out a little information afterwards, that she reciprocated to show her appreciation. She gave everyone that was at the party and that contributed to the party a mug or a cup, which is sort of bronzed or made out of marble, and that was kind of nice, and that showed her some nice appreciation for what we had, you know, the big party bash we had given her. But then I found out that certain people got envelopes in those cups with checks, and this woman never ceases to amaze me. You know, I was not one of the recipients of that envelope with a check, so just thought I'd let you know. Anyway, moving right along, The Sopranos will be airing this weekend, and a breath of fresh air for all these Sopranos fans. Just to mention that the last time a new Sopranos episode had aired on HBO, I was ranked number 16 in the IFOCE, which shows you the longevity and how long time has passed before we were blessed with a new Sopranos episode. By the way, I even have my hair with the Sopranos look. I used to hang out with those guys when I was in my younger years, so I don't know if that's anything to brag about, but I just thought I would, you know, give it a mention. Let's talk about the qualifiers, the Nathan's qualifiers, which are, the circuit has been announced, and we're going to be, it's going to be a really interesting circuit. April 15th in Florida. We have Joe LaRue and Brian Subich will possibly be attending that event. Subich still trying to get into the finals, Nathan's finals, and he knows that he has to do in excess of 20. LaRue we know in the past has been capable of doing the deuce. So it should be an interesting battle. May 18th in Vegas will be Koch versus Rich Lefevre. That's quite obvious, and that should be a real battle. Koch is a legend, and Lefevre is an even bigger legend, and they're both capable of doing in excess of 25. So that should be interesting. May 20th, Hartford is Tim Eater x Janis, and Janis will be he'll be in top form for that one, defending his Hartford title. I'm sure he'll be able to take that one with ease. May 22nd will be Pat Philbin, Bob Shout, and Sonia Thomas. I'm almost sure that'll be the lineup for that, barring any late scratches. Philbin is a dangerous eater. He could eat, 20 to 22. He won the Philly qualifier last year, and he did very well in that. June 4th is Arizona, and that could be Joey Chestnut, Pat Bertoletti. I mean, that one's up in the air. I'm not sure exactly who's going to be attending that. June 10th in Virginia is Sonia Thomas. I suggest everyone stay home for that. There's no chance in hell of beating her. June 17th, Minnesota. This should be interesting. Chip Simpson makes his debut in hot dog eating, and Chip has put up some great numbers in his previous events, and we're real interested to see how he will fare in this, and I'm sure he's going to do rather well. June 18th, Shea Stadium, Oleg Zornitsky. I know he's going to be there. Guaranteed, I'll put a bet on it right now. Alan Goldstein, Jim Reeves, probability, maybe Brian Subich, all the big names. Don Lerman, who's throwing his hat back into the ring, and we know Don's been in every qualifier, and he's made it to Nathan's since he's been in the IFOCE since the year 2000. So we wish him luck on that. He's quite dangerous as well, so don't count Don out at all. June 23rd, Molly Pitcher, the opening debut of Charles Hardy Jr. Now this should be interesting. We want to see how Senior has trained his young son and given him any pointers as to how he will be able to fare in this event. Charles Hardy Jr. just turned 18, very interested in competitive eating, so this should be something to look forward to. Possibly Alan Goldstein will be there as well, and Crazy Legs Conti, and I threw my hat into this one now. I'm showing, but to be honest with you, I have to be really positive that I'll be able to do well in this through training and through weight loss and other variables. If I have any intention of participating in this event, I refuse to be a sideshow any longer, and this will actually tell the tale of whether Beautifulbrian will continue as far as his quest to make it to Nathan's, which he has not as of yet. So I'll keep you posted on that one. June 24th in Atlanta at the zoo, and this is going to be some zoo, trust me. You have the Southern Sensations wanting to rip Dale Boone's throat to pieces. Hunt Hall will be there, Hall Hunt, excuse me, I always get his name wrong, which comes first. And Boone claims that he's going to, he's not letting anyone in. He's going to bolt the door shut. He says he has the keys. He knows the manager, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be a war. I mean, this is going to be, you might need the police for this one. So this Boone is some character, let me tell you. I met some of my days, but he definitely, without question, tops the cake. June 24th, the Ducks. You'll probably see Oleg, Don Lerman, Leon Feingold, possibly Goldstein. They're usually the main centerpieces at this event. They've been there the past few years, and that should be another battle. The biggest one I'm looking forward to is the June 27th showdown between Eric Booker and Alan the Shredder Goldstein. Alan says he intends on competing in this event. It'll be his first civil service qualifier, and he wants to take it right to Booker. He thinks he can beat him. And Booker's real tough. He hasn't done 30 in a while, but Booker could still, Eric Badlands Booker is Eric Booker. I mean, he can eat hot dogs. We all know that. He's a great eater. And you got to be at the top of your game to beat an even tired Eric Badlands Booker. So this should be quite interesting. And if Alan Goldstein, the Shredder Goldstein, can pull this one off, It'll be a major accomplishment for him in competitive eating. So we're hoping to see, a battle to the bone on this one. And I'm looking forward to it as well. If I decide not to compete, just as a fan, to show up and watch this is worth every minute of my time. Also want to mention the corned beef and cabbage eating contest, which will take place March the 16th, exactly 2 years to the date that the last corned beef and cabbage contest took place at Moran's in New York City. And it'll be a whole different lineup in this one. You'll have two returnees from the first one. That's Crazy Legs Conti and Crazy Kevin Lipsitz, two crazies in one arena. And Kevin vows that he's going to make amends for his last performance in corned beef and cabbage, in which he was cited as being sort of a co-favorite to win that event because he is the corned beef hash eating champ, beating Eric Badlands Booker in an exhibition a few years back, previous to a Ben's Matzo Ball qualifier. So this should be quite interesting. Kevin said he's bringing his top game to this one. So be prepared. This should be quite an event. We're not sure of exactly who will be showing, what major IFOCE eaters will be at the event, but so far we know the two names I just mentioned will be there. We'll be back in a moment. Stay right where you are. Don't go anywhere.
I had knee pads on. What the hell did I get myself into? I don't really know these guys that well. It's time to get up and take a shower and lock the door. Don had already gone for a jog. That's when he was jogging around a room.
What I want to know is if we split the room in three, why Ed had the mattress and the box spring, and I had to split him. And I had
to fight you tooth and nail to get you to freaking take the place because he wanted to go. You didn't fight me. He wanted to go to the 5-star motel. I didn't want to go.
Motel. You know, when I went back there, yeah. The place is still there, but it's no stars now. The last half star was shot out.
It was a rough place, man. That was a rough place.
That place is really still there, because when I was there, I drove by with Lorraine. We passed it. My name is Crazy Kevin Lipsitz. I've been in eating competitions now for, this is going on my 5th year. I'm the current international pickle eating champion.
In his eating demonstration, Crazy Kevin shows off the pickle eating form that won him the championship and offers insight into the unique challenges of this particular food class.
This is the hardest food to eat fast. You gotta have very sharp teeth. You gotta rip through these things. I've got 2.5 pounds of pickles here, and see if we can finish these in about 5 minutes. Hopefully they'll go down and stay down.
Kevin reached the top of the pickle pecking order by eating 2.5 pounds in 5 minutes. The title comes up every 2 years, and Kevin's time is nearly over. During his reign, competitive eating has grown even more competitive. A number of ambitious eaters have put the word out. Crazy Kevin, the king of all pickles, is a marked man.
All these guys in the matzo ball contest are salivating for this pickle title. Fortunately, it's a 2-year title. I've got it for 2 years. They can't touch it. But next year, I'm going to have to deal with all these guys if they're coming after my title. I know it.
Okay, eating fans, we're back. My next guest on the show, I'm actually featured. You know what? Check that. He's not a guest on my show. I don't even know why I even brought that up. I was going to say that Crazy Kevin Lipsitz will be featured on the show, but let me make mention about this. He's not the guest. My guest is Crazy Kevin's young nephew, Kyle Lipsitz. He just turned 5 years old. He'll be a phone guest in a few moments, so we'll be hearing what Kyle has to say about his zany uncle and about competitive eating as a whole. Crazy Kevin, my longtime nemesis, the pickle eating champion of the world, had the audacity to invite me, actually at the beginning I thought it was a nice gesture. He invited me over his home for a candlelight dinner, and I expected the world, and what this man did was plant a video camera in between one of the bookshelves of the living room adjacent to the kitchen, and he filmed the entire event, and I refused to leave his apartment until I got a copy of that tape, and I'm going to share that tape with you right now. I want you to see what he is all about and the conniving antics that this man had the audacity to pull. This goes, without question, is one of the slimiest, rottenest, most conniving moves Crazy Kevin has ever pulled since he's been in the IFOCE and since he's been my longtime nemesis. Check this out.
He's never going to see this, but this miserable creep is coming over here. This bastard. I put him in his place. He's coming over here. I'm going to make him his favorite dish. Escarole. He thinks he's this greedy pig probably thinks he's coming over here for filet mignon, right? No filet mignon being served here today. Okay? I'm going to bring him over, and we're going to redo the escarole contest. He accused me of getting him on an off day. Well, you know what? I'm sure he's well rested. He's coming over here in a good mood, and I'm going to put down a plate of escarole. We each could have 2 pounds. I'm going to weigh it out on the scale, and this miserable creep is going to see who the escarole champ is. And I'm going to make it delicious. If he didn't like it then, I'll make sure he likes it now. And if he doesn't like it, too bad. Because you know what? He's coming over to eat at my house. It's my house. I decide what's being served at my house. I'm the king of my house. And that's it. Alright, now we're going to, here's what we're going to do. I got 4 pounds of escarole. Alright, we're going to dump it in the pot here. 1. It smells so good. I probably should wash my hands. I'm preparing food today. I'll be polite. Alright. This is so good. I'm heating it up. He won't even know the difference if I touched it enough. Alright. There we go. Oh, that looks so good. I get a big spoon here. Stir it up here. Flames going. Right. Right. Get a little. That looks so delicious. Get a little seasoning here. A little garlic. Granulated onion. Stir it up a little bit. Mix it up. Delicious. Okay. Oh, we gotta add. Gotta have olive oil. We don't want to add too much, or Mr. Beautifulbrian might have the runs tonight. We don't want to do that, so we don't want him to have the runs. So I have a very strong constitution. I could dump that whole bottle in there. No problem, but a teaspoon of wine, he's going to be on the pot all night. We don't want that. I'm trying to make peace with the guy after all, right? Up. Cover it up. Sabina, come here. You want to try some? Come here, Sabina. Yeah. Want some? Yeah, lick my fingers. Yeah. You want to lick my fingers? Rascal, come here. Come here, Rascal. Come here. Want some escarole? Ooh, that's delicious, isn't it? Yeah, lick my fingers. Go ahead. And let me stir this up. Get it all mixed up. All right. Cover it up on the pot. Set the timer. 12 minutes to be good. 40 seconds. And we're ready. And I guess he'll be here in about 40 minutes, so it'll be nice and fresh and hot and tasty for him when he gets here. I guess, you know what, he's going to probably smell it when he comes in, so I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. No, I can't. I know what, though. I'm going to move it out of the room. Oh, better yet. You know what? We're going to bake this. I'll turn this off. I'll put it in the oven. This way he won't even know where it's coming from. Won't be able to smell it, see it. Great. Okay, very good.
Okay. Keeping me waiting out here. Very nice. Kevin, how are you?
Oh, hey, Brian. Hey.
A little token of appreciation.
Oh, thanks, Brian. Oh, pickles.
Yeah, why not? You know.
Oh, there's even a bow.
Gonna bury the hatchet with some.
So listen, very important. You gotta make friends with the doggies. This
Oh,
is
sure.
Sabrina, our German Shepherd.
I met Sabrina once.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, there she goes. And here's Rascal.
Rascal, hi,
Right
how
now.
you doing? Good to see you.
Okay, good. They love you now.
Okay. Love those.
All right. Well, let me take your coat.
All right, man.
Good. Good to see you. Let me take your coat.
Well, what are you gonna do with it?
What are you going to do with it? Gonna hang it up?
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Well, if Sabrina wants it, I'm gonna use Sabrina wants it for a dog bite. Sabrina!
Oh, please, the coat cost me a lot of money, so.
Sabrina, come here. You like
Yeah,
this?
please take care of that.
You like this? You want this for bed? I'm sorry. We'll put this. All right. We'll put this away here. Okay?
Please.
All right, here we go. Put on the coat right. Wait. Okay.
Okay, looks good. And a nice apartment. I like it.
All right. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Thank you. Okay. Kevin, thanks. I appreciate it.
All right, sure. All right. You make it over all right?
Yeah, a little traffic. It was okay. It's good to see you, you know.
Yeah. Good. Good. Good.
Okay.
I appreciate the pickles.
Yeah, well, let's listen. It's like a token gesture to bury the hatchet.
Oh, nice.
Let bygones be bygones.
Yeah, nice bow. Well, I prepared a nice candlelight dinner for you.
I'm
I
looking
think-
forward to this. This should be good.
I
A
think
little
you-
filet mignon, maybe?
Yeah. It's a surprise.
Steak?
It's a surprise.
All right, okay.
It's a surprise.
No
I've
problem.
been slaving all day over this.
I'm sure with your expertise in competitive eating, you'll have a nice, lovely meal for a very hungry person. And
Yeah.
you know, I do eat a lot.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Okay.
I think you'll enjoy it.
Can't wait. I'm looking forward to this. That's good.
All right. And I got put on my Nathan shirt for you.
Kevin, come on, man. You show up at the door with a shirt like that?
What are you talking about? It's
I come in here all dressed up and you show up with this shitty fucking shirt with stains on it from 1995.
You know, I'm surprised you for saying something like that. I mean, you're a Nathan still. This is
Crusty.
from 1999.
It looks like shit. Maybe I should have come in and wore a shitty shirt like you did.
This is what I wear dressed when I put on this. I only said my 1999
You
shirt.
don't greet a guest like that at the door with a shirt.
No. This is an old shirt.
Look at these shoes, my God. Looks like from the homeless.
What's wrong with this? I mean, all right, the soles fell off, but other than that, but they still
This
work.
from 1963.
Oh, nice. Come on, you're I'm insulting your shoes, you know.
These are Rockports.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
All right. These are the vinegar pickles, all right? I mean,
Yeah, Kevin, you don't think I'm going to get you anything good? You think I'm going to give you the?
it says kosher, all right? But
You think I'm going to get you the sour garlic dills
listen to me.
from Steve Leibowitz? I'm going to give you the shittiest pickles to
Okay.
practice with, because
Listen to
I
me.
don't want you taking any more titles from me.
Listen to me. I'm going to give you a pickle to munch on, all right? Here. My hands are clean. Don't worry about it. Here. All right? This
So-
is it.
so
And I
you
got
say-
this for you. This is a vintage pickle. This is from 2000. These pickles will last forever. These things had white mold growing on them. All you have to do...
Oh, I'm not touching this. Come on, you've got to be kidding. You are a sick fuck, you know that?
Delicious.
You sick, demented bell. What the hell are you eating?
Steve Leibowitz...
I see that white shit all around it.
All right. You wipe it off. Wipe it off.
These are from Curtis's, when you beat Curtis?
That's right. This is from when I won. And what I do is every year I eat one pickle. All right? So this.
How old are these pickles? How many years old?
6 years. But the thing is, these things last. They last. They last. You know, all you have to do is wipe the mold off, and they never go. Once they reach a certain point, that's it. Then they're really delicious.
I'm not touching that shit.
All right, fine. Well, you know what? That's why I'm going to take the title away from you this year. The other thing I got
You're
here.
going to take the title away from me eating pickles that are 6
Yeah,
years old?
you practice with your vinegar pickles, all right? I'm practicing with 6-year-old pickles.
I gave you this as a gift. I insist that...
No, I'm going to take it. Thank you. I'm just saying, you know, when you go to the store, you buy these, all right?
Oh, that's right.
I practice with the good stuff, okay? And especially aged.
All right.
Just, by the way,
Now, this makes sense. All right, this is the stuff that I practiced with at the for the contest 2 years ago with corned beef, and it seems to have worked well. This is the Friedrich. I like this.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was a sponsor for
Keep
the IFOCE.
practice with this, and you'll do well March 16th, whenever.
Yeah, St. Patty's. It's the day before St. Patty's Day.
Right.
You know, the interesting thing is Badlands, I understand Badlands is going there.
Oh,
You know-
he's going to kick your ass, man.
Wait. I seem to remember, and Badlands will back me up on this, because he's an honest guy. I kicked his ass. At Ben's.
Yeah, but it was...
A 3 pound, it was a 2-pound sandwich.
Yeah, what was
Whoever
that,
gave
4
it
years
first.
ago at a freaking exhibition before a Ben's matzo ball
Oh,
club?
after the Ben's matzo ball contest. After it.
After.
That's right. After I had a full stomach full of matzo balls, I ate a 2-pound sandwich faster than he could.
Well,
All right.
I
Anyway.
wasn't there, so I'm not gonna pass judgment.
All right. You know, Badlands, I think, is some kind of corned beef hash eating champion. That's nasty. I wouldn't go near that stuff. All right. We'll leave that for Badlands. But the good stuff, the corned beef, when we competed, I took care of business there. I'd like to come and show you my my trophies.
Sounds good.
You want to see them?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Nice, nice little trophy room. Compact but nice.
Well, you know, it's looking. It's got room to expand.
Right. Well, you got to also remember you were retired for a little while, so you were sort of inactive. So this is
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's I'll just give you a little tour here.
Yeah.
That's from the original artwork from when we were on a tour for Gutbusters. One of my prizes that I won out there at Arizona Mills Mall was a caricature that I got. So I decided to have all 3 of us in. So you got Cookie, Moses, and myself, and that's when we were on tour in Vegas, right?
Looks pretty good.
And that's the original right there. That's a priceless. It's priceless.
I love this Ben's charity matzo ball eating contest competitor plaque.
Right. Well, that's actually that's probably for just my being stubborn and go and win every single Ben's. Every single Ben's.
Yeah.
So I made it into the finals a few times, but that award was for going to the most, and it's called the Stripes.
Well deserved.
Stripe for excellence.
Yeah.
Okay, there's me with a few less pounds on me with. Kobe lent me his championship belt there for a few minutes.
Feels good to wear that, huh?
Yeah, that's probably Crazy Kevin with about 30 less pounds, maybe 40 even less pounds there.
Looking good.
So, that's what I want to be by the end of the summer.
Yeah.
That's out in Vegas when we were filming the Glutton Bowl. California. What I say Vegas? California for the Glutton Bowl, and
I see Booker and Jarvis look 100 pounds lighter in that picture also.
Yeah, they're picking me up there. And then there's Don's got some space on my wall here. He's earned the right to be there.
Oh, yeah.
And we got a picture over there with Kobe. We took him into the Jay Leno show, and we had some extra guest tickets. So
is this Don getting in shape for his karate school?
Yeah, actually, I think that's when he was getting ready to open it there. He was practicing and working out there. He looks like an opposing character. I wouldn't want to get in a fight with him.
I mean, without question, you look at a picture like that, and you don't want to mess with a Don Moses Lerman.
Definitely not.
Physically or whatever.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's me with the Godfather and Don over there in that picture in the corner.
Oh, that's
you see that picture
nice.
down there?
Nice.
All right.
That looks like vintage 2001, circa 2001.
Right. Now this is the trophy. When I took away Curtis Lewa's title, this is I sent Curtis Lewa into retirement right then on this very day, May 24th, 2000. That was the day of Curtis Lewa's retirement.
Dust the cobwebs off.
Right.
We finally get a chance to see this trophy.
This is the original. Now you have one like this, but I got to tell you,
beating Curtis is I think he's accomplished a lot.
Right. Well, what I basically did then, the next year, when Curtis retired, after I sent him into retirement, there was no competition. There was nobody left for the next one 2 years later, and Sandy Levine came to me, and Steve Leibowitz.
And then you called all the guys.
I called all the guys, and I set up my own demise. I shouldn't have invited you.
My good friend here gave me the pickle title. Hey, looking forward to this delicious meal. Maybe a little filet mignon or...
Well, I understand. I worked very hard preparing this.
Well, you got that chef hat on.
That's right.
I assume that's going to...
Actually, this is when I was cooking some delicious steaks for Don Moses Lerman. He gave me this hat, so I thought it would be appropriate.
Salivating already, man. I can't wait to eat.
Oh, it's a surprise. But I just listen. I don't want this candle to go to your head. This is not a romantic dinner. It's just between two friends. I'm making,
Okay. Well,
all right. I'm glad we buried that shit. All right.
All right. Very good. Excellent.
All right. So anyway, you ready to eat?
I'm ready, man. I'm starving. I got an appetite full of, I could eat 20 pounds of food.
All right, let me get your dish, and I'll bring out the dish here. And get some dishes here.
Hungry, hungry, hungry. Yes.
I'll give you one little hint. This is something that's going to be eaten in a bowl.
A bowl?
Okay? That's right. It's going to be eaten in a bowl. And, yeah, it's clean. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
You're going to really love this.
I can't wait. Let's go.
All right. Should we get a timer, or do you want to just eat it for pleasure? We'll just eat. No, we eat it for pleasure. No, we're doing it.
You invited me over for dinner. What is this timer? I don't understand. What is it?
No. You know what?
Does everything have to be a contest? Does everything have to be timed? Let's just eat. Let's enjoy the food. Life is short.
Delicious. A spoon.
Do you want me to close my eyes, or do you want to surprise me with this?
No, I want you to savor the aroma as I take it out.
So far, I don't smell anything. You seem to smell it more than I do.
Well, that's because I've been cooking it all day.
Oh, okay.
I also, maybe I might send...
Whoa. What the fuck is this?
Zest roll. All right? I cooked it. I want you to learn to enjoy this. Okay?
This motherfucker. I don't believe.
Excuse me? Wait.
I don't believe what I've seen.
Hey, this is delicious.
Maybe I should have been, you know what, maybe I should have been tipped off when I saw this green fucking plate.
Hey, you know, I made you a nice meal here, okay? Just be nice.
Do you realize, let me ask you something, Rich and George put you up to this? They had to.
Put me up? Why would Rich and George put me up to this?
I don't believe this shit.
Hey, just relax. This is delicious food here. Just let me spoon it out here to make sure you get just as much as me.
I made a freaking trip here for this.
You for this. I made a nice dinner for you. I got a candle for you. What's your problem?
Fucking son of a fucking bitch. You know that? You are a Kevin, you're a little fucking asshole.
Get out of my house. Now, you know what? No, wait. You came all the way over here. Where's your problem?
I'm gonna leave. I'm leaving. You know what? I'm disgusted.
Let's be...
What is this shit?
What those just ask for? Look, it's good.
For you, it's good. I don't eat this garbage.
Leave my dog like it.
Bring back memories of ridiculous shit that happened 2 years ago.
He likes it too.
Oh, you know what, man? Go fuck yourself. Give me my...
Hey, Brian, come on. Come here. Come back here. Come back. Now, come here. Come on. You don't want to leave like this. Come here. It's just ridiculous. Sit down. Hey, sit down. All right, this is how you want to do it. We try to make peace here with you.
The audacity of this guy to fucking bring this shit into my fucking...
Wait, I'm not bringing it. It's my house.
I have bad dreams about this seaweed, this freaking seaweed shit. What am I, Aquaman or something? I don't eat this.
Now listen, you know what? I made this thing for you? I really wanted you. I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
I know that you had like...
I could have went out and ordered pizza, I didn't eat this shit, Fucking bullshit.
You know what? Why don't I do that? I'll pull up and I'll get a supply. You want to get your pie? I got a favorite pie pizza parlor. I have it over here in about a half hour, 45 minutes.
Maybe that'll make up for it. Make sure there's no escarole in the pie.
No.
I don't want spinach, escarole, or any of that shit on the pizza.
Well, yeah. Yeah, hi, it's Kevin. Yeah, I got it last night. You know where I am. Yeah, large pie? What do you want on it?
Pepperoni, extra cheese.
Pepperoni, extra cheese. Alright. Half hour, thanks. Alright, look, I'm getting you a pie, alright? And I'll enjoy it today. We just had pie last night.
Why didn't you do that in the first place instead of making this shit?
Because I wanted to have a nice cooked meal. It shows a little more thought, But also you had traumatic feelings about the escarole. I wanted to prove to you that escarole can be a delicious food.
You wanted to prove a fuck with me. That's what you wanted to do, Kevin, by making the... You didn't have to make the escarole.
Well, actually, you know what I really wanted to do, honestly? I really thought that you would go...
It was a nice little practical joke.
No, I wanted to time us. I wanted to time us and prove to you that I could beat you again. and beat you again. But you know,
I have nothing to do with this escrow shit anymore.
all right, look, no, I'm sorry, right?
Stuff looks like freaking seaweed that comes out of a swamp.
All right, look, you know, we'll have a nice pizza dinner here, and you know, the pizza will be here in about a half hour, right?
Okay.
All right, so let's just make peace here, right?
Okay. I'm not leaving a tip, by the way.
You're really like a middle tier eater. Who do you think you are? Come over to my house. Who do you think you are?
What's with the...
Who do you think you are?
What's with this twitching, man? Are you all right? Kevin, you're gonna live up to that name, Crazy Kevin, and people are gonna start thinking there's something right.
What?
Just relax, calm down.
What? What are you doing?
I just saw you make some twitchy moves. You know, I mean,
I'm right here.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine.
Need some medication?
No.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Scaring me, man.
I'm fine.
All
right, we'll have the pizza. Pizza.
All right. Sounds good. Do me a favor, you want to dump this shit and get rid of it? I don't know.
Let me get rid of it.
I don't want to look at it. You know, just get rid of it.
All right, no problem. I'll listen. All right, listen.
Get how damn competitive eating career was ruined with this bullshit, you know? And it is bullshit, okay? Admit it or not, it's bullshit.
All right, let's just get rid of this here.
That's the best idea you came up with all this.
All right, get rid of this. That's the end of it, all right? Doesn't exist anymore, okay? That's the end of it.
What the fuck is this?
It's dog biscuits. Milk bones.
No. I see something.
Milk bones.
No.
Milk bones.
I see. What is that, a camera?
What are you talking about? There's no camera there.
Camera, you little fucking asshole?
Hey, give me that back!
You're filming this all fucking day? That's it.
Hey, give me that camera back!
I'm getting out.
Hey!
Baby, when we break
Give me that back! Give me that camera!
I can't wait to have you back and hold you all.
Right now, I'm very happy to announce I have the nephew of Crazy Kevin Lipsitz, Kyle Brown. This is an honor to have the former pickle eating champ's nephew, who will probably one day take over that title. I'm almost positive that that will be accomplished. Kyle, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Let me ask you, Kyle, how old are you?
5.
Okay, so how was school? What grade are you in?
Kindergarten.
Oh, okay, Kyle. Kyle, I want to ask you a very important question. Now, I understand you beat Don Moses Lerman in a corned beef eating contest. Is this correct? You have your first competitive eating trophy.
Yes.
Okay, and how fast did you eat that corned beef sandwich, Kyle? Did you eat it real fast?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Kyle, let's cut the small talk. We're going to talk about Crazy Kevin now, your uncle, okay?
Okay.
Now, Kyle, does Kevin talk about me?
Yes, he did today.
Oh, okay. What else does he say about me, Kyle?
I don't know, just today.
Okay, now, Kyle, I'm going to ask you, who is the pickle eating champ of the world?
Kevin.
What?
His great uncle.
I want to hear that again. Repeat that again. Who's the pickle eating champ of the world?
My name is Kevin.
thought it was Beautiful Brian. So Kyle So Kyle, is Uncle Kevin giving you some training tips on how to become the pickle eating champ, or you're doing it on your own? Oh, okay, I got you. And so are you going to take the pickle eating title from Kevin one day?
No, because I hate pickles.
You hate pickles? Oh.
Yes, I hate pickles.
So what kind of food do you like?
I like hamburgers and codfish and lettuce and spinach and salad. And mayonnaise and tomatoes and french fries and I like candy.
Okay, well, Kyle, guess what? Uncle Kevin and I are going to go at it for another pickle eating title, May 24th at the Carnegie Deli. Now, who do you think is going to win, Beautiful Brian or Uncle Kevin?
Uncle Kevin.
I've heard it all. Anyway, fans, it was great having Kyle on the show. He's a super young man.
He is the greatest man I ever met.
What about me?